Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to another Content Corner. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you very much for giving up your valuable time. And today what we want to talk about is how to get ranked higher on Amazon in the EU. So there are a number of different things that you can do. Now, a couple of things I need to sort of say. Get a pen and paper, write these down, or re-watch this after. Now, some of these you may already know. I'm hoping that this might just reaffirm what you already know, but there are some key things that you need to consider when you are expanding into Europe and making sure you're ranking in Amazon. Now, the first thing, I'm going to split these into sort of four different categories. The first one is conversion rate, the second one is relevance, the third one is customer satisfaction, and the fourth one is if you people pay attention. All right, so they're the four categories I'm going to sort of cover, and I'm going to whiz through these. I'm not going to go into them all in huge amount of detail because a lot of them will speak for themselves and you go, yes, Andy, I know what you're talking about. So I'm not going to go into huge detail on all of them, but what I want you to think about is as I'm talking about these is just write them down and just perhaps nail these off one day at a time. So, okay, this one, how do I do this one? This one, how do I do this one? There's a million videos out there to do these things, and some of them will probably do them even better than what we could teach you. So, that's why we're going to give you the overview, the quick fire. Here's the things you need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think that's really, really important. So the first thing I want to talk about is conversion rate. In order to sell more, I mean, the key thing really above all of that really is sales velocity. Like the overall goal is to sell more stuff, and the more you sell, the higher ranking you're going to get. That really is the key. But how do you get that sales velocity? And the first thing is conversion rate. So what does that organic reach look like? What are the keywords behind your listing? What are the keywords in your listing? How does that help you reach the right customer? And if you get the right customer, what it means is the number of people viewing your product and buying it, the bounce rate, if you like, is going to be higher. So what happens is the more people that view your product, the more people that like it, the more relevant to them, and we'll come on to relevance in a moment, is the key thing. So making sure that your conversion rate is as high as it possibly can be. Now there's a number of different factors in there: photos, price, what's said in the body of the word. Is it a HTML listing or is it just plain text? Is it enhanced brand content? There's lots of things in there that you consider. But what you're aiming to do is get your conversion rate higher. Now there's some amazing data analytics that you can use in the business reports that can show you this. You go to your dashboard, and in there you can go on to business metrics. In business metrics, you can see the conversion rate. Like, it's really straightforward and see. It's probably the number one metric you want to be able to see which SKUs are performing and which ones aren't. All right. So number one, conversion rate, increasing your conversion rate. So you need to make sure that you've got your organic reach and you're getting the purchases and views versus bounce. Now, the second thing is relevance. I touched on that for a moment there because I think it's really key to make sure that the audience, you can get 1 million people coming to your listing, and if your listing is about computers, but they're searching for cushions, you're not going to sell anything. So it's really, really key you get the right customer coming to your product. And making sure the search terms that we talked about in conversion rate is absolutely key. Making sure you're competitively priced is also really, really key. If you're not relevantly and you're not relevant and your price isn't relevant, then if you're selling this laptop for £1,000, but someone else is selling it for £500 and it's exactly the same, the chances are you're not going to sell your product. Whether you've got the best ranking, the best pictures and everything else, all right? Unless you're doing some add-ons with that, unless you've got a case and a battery pack and a webcam and whatever else that might come with. All right, so I think that's really, really key. And the other thing sort of relevant is perhaps being in the social traffic to your listing. Amazon will rank you for bringing external traffic on. Now, the downside of that is it can get lost in the ether if you're not careful. So you really need to consider how you do that to make it most effective. So that's conversion rate and relevance. Now, the third thing you need to consider is customer satisfaction. How satisfied are customers with your product? Now, there's a number of different metrics you can use, and obviously Amazon's got a whole host of them you can use. The number one metric is the number of reviews your product has. Yes, you've got a seller reviewing and everything else that goes behind that, seller feedback, but really, how many reviews does your product have and what's the number of that? The higher the quality of the reviews, the more organic reach you're going to get, and therefore the higher ranking you're going to get. If you've got Amazon's algorithm, if you've got the two products, one's 4.5 and one's 4, you're going to get ranked higher, essentially, than the other product, because Amazon is customer centric. So the customer is key, and their experience is also the thing. So if they've got a customer that gets better experience that doesn't have any returns, if they get one product that's got more returns than the other, then your product's going to get ranked higher. There's lots of factors in there you need to consider. And the other thing is you've got, on your EU platform, you've got voice of the customer, Amazon account health checks. Everything in there, you've got a whole load of data metrics that you can use. If you're not using these data metrics, then you're missing a massive, massive trick. So go find those. So conversion rate, relevance, customer satisfaction. And the final part of that is, when you pay, people pay attention. Okay? So the key thing to think about is here, if you're paying Amazon for certain things, your visibility will increase. Now, whilst the algorithm will never tell you this and say the algorithm, let's be honest, if you're paying someone, you're not likely to pay more attention. Therefore, if you're paying Amazon, the chances are you're going to pay attention. So there's some things like whether you're running vouchers, pay-per-clicks, ads, whether you're using FBA, all of those metrics will add up. That doesn't mean to say you have to use them all, but what it does mean is that if you are paying, they will be paying attention, and therefore it will help generate more organic reach on your listing as well. So really, really key, in order to get ranked higher, number one, sales velocity. That is the key thing you are aiming for without a shadow of a doubt. Outside of that, conversion rate, relevance, customer satisfaction, and if you pay attention. Hopefully that's been of great use. As I said, these content corners are supposed to be quick and fast to give you relevant information you can use and action in your business. Hopefully that's been of use. If it has, please make sure you like it, share it with anyone that you feel might be relevant. There's been some links, I'm sure, to some other videos that we've done that might be relevant where they are. But overall, thank you for giving up your time to listen to the video. Hopefully that helps you to add weight to your listings here in the EU. We are here to successfully expand sellers into the EU, and we want you to become EU's next biggest success story. So anything we can do to do that, we are here to do that. Thank you very much. We hope you have a great day and look after yourselves, and hopefully this video has been of use. Thank you for your time.